What's up, you guys? Welcome to On The Case, bringing you all the latest updates on pop and hip-hop culture, where we share our perspective and dive deep into some cases. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and go ahead and follow us on Instagram at KeisOnTheCase, spelled exactly how you see it here, and the YouTube page. Now, let's get into the case of Missy Elliott and Nicki Minaj. Does Missy have a secret beef with Nicki? Well, let's dive into the case and find out. So, recently, rap's reigning queen, Nicki Minaj, broke the record for most yearly appearances on the Billboard Hot 100. Nicki, as a solo artist, has charted on the Billboard Hot 100 every year since 2010, all the way into 2023, with Super Freaky Girl still being on the charts. This is a record that was previously held by Missy Elliott for appearing on the chart every year from 1995 to 2008. Now, after Twitter page Chart Data announced this, female rap fans all over the internet waited for Missy to congratulate Nicki, as she has many other female rappers in the past. Missy herself even congratulated Nicki when she was the second female rapper to receive the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award at the MTV VMAs in August 2022. But we'll get into that as well later, because there may have been some shade in that within itself. Now, many fans took to Twitter to say things like, "Missy removing chart data tag? Imagine being this bitter just because Nicki broke your record. Yikes," one user said. Another user chimed in and said, "That old bitter D-word Missy been shady towards Nicki for no reason since 2018. It's time to let this one-sided animosity go." Another Twitter user said, "Still waiting on Missy Elliott to congratulate Nicki Minaj for beating her record. Can somebody find me that tweet of Nicki congratulating Missy?" And another user even took to Twitter to say, "Missy talking about her in her group chats as we speak." Now, clearly, there's something that the fans know that's going on in the air that everybody else hasn't caught on to yet. Now, after fans took to Twitter confused why Missy had not extended her congratulations to Minaj, just a day later, even more fans noticed that Missy Elliott had removed her tag from the post on Twitter. Now, there has been speculation and whispers for years that Missy Elliott had a secret beef with Nicki, but when Missy decided to untag herself from the post instead of congratulating Nicki, fans took it as the ultimate confirmation that there were some underlying issues between the two. Now, let's gather the evidence and take a closer look at this case. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how Nicki Minaj's success and Missy Elliott's friendship with Lil' Kim may be the reason there has been some tension building between the two for the past couple of years. Now, as you all know, and if you do not know, you must be living under a rock, because Missy Elliott is one of the greatest artists of our generation. Missy is a rapper, singer, songwriter, and record producer. She started in the 90s with Timbaland, producing and writing records. She launched her solo career in 1997 with her debut album Super Duper Fly. Missy went on to become the most commercially successful and best-selling female rapper of all time by 2008. She released 6 albums, 5 of which have gone platinum and 1 has gone gold. Missy went on to sell a little more than 30 million records worldwide. For a long time, it seemed like nothing could stop Missy's reign in the hip-hop community, spanning the longest commercially successful career of any female rapper in history at the time. Having hit records from 1996 to 2008, becoming even more successful than fellow femc and longtime best friend Lil' Kim. Now, Lil' Kim is no stranger to rap beef herself, having spawned beef with several other female rappers and R&B singers, such as Faith Evans and Charlie Baltimore, whom she had beef with over the late Biggie Smalls. Eve, Remy Ma, Foxy Brown, Nicki Minaj, Keisha Cole, and Kaya are some other ladies Kim has had some pretty heated beefs with in the past. All very, very successful in their own right. However, it seems no matter how successful Missy was, her and Kim remained close friends and were never threatened by each other's success. Now, this is important because Nicki accomplished all that Missy had accomplished just by her second album in terms of commercial success and then some. Being that by her second album, Nicki was only 5 years in the game, all she had to do was prove her longevity, and she would be more successful than Missy ever was. Now, let's get into Missy and Kim's friendship, because this is also pivotal in understanding the underlying issues with Missy and Nicki, being that Nicki had beef and to this day does not get along with someone who is not only an industry associate, but a close personal friend of Missy, being Lil' Kim. Missy and Kim have been friends since the 90s, when they were both starting to make a name for themselves in the music industry. Missy and Kim collaborated on many songs together, appeared in each other's music videos, and have spoken very highly of each other over the years. Missy has even listed Kim as a musical inspiration on many occasions. Now, just how close are Missy and Kim? Well, take a look for yourself.
Asks what Kim has learned from other powerful women in the business, like Mary J. Blige and Missy Elliott.
One thing that I got from Missy Elliott is that, you don't have to just be a rap artist in this game. You can do plenty more and still make your mark. And that's one thing I like about her. She doesn't just rely on her rap and her music. She writes, she produces, she does everything else. And that's something that in the future I want to get more into.
Who you loving, who you want to be hugging. Dipping on your Ninja Honda with Tanisha and Rhonda.
I always looked up to her because her deliverance, the way she come off, she's like a person, like a Mary in rap, because when she's rapping, it's like you feel what she's saying.
She was like a little big person. Yeah. Like if we didn't know she was little before we hear her, we would think she was a real big fat, because she's like, and all that low stuff.
But then when she talk, it's like a, yo, Mary.
That's my baby.
First, I want to thank Little Kim, Lil' Kim, for us around here. Lil' Kim, I want to thank her because, it's hard to find people in the industry that become like family. We are beyond camera, getting in front of cameras and pretending that we're family. We are truly family. She's been my sister for so long, and I always have looked up to her because when I first seen her, I always been a big girl. And Kim had the little swimsuits on, and I was like, oh, no, I ain't finna do that.
Now, the pair refer to each other as sisters. Their bond runs so deep, in fact, that when Kim was in financial trouble, Missy loaned her $25,000. The Blast reported back in 2019, after Kim filed for bankruptcy, that she had received a loan from Missy Elliott totaling $25,000 as a part of her income that December. Now, let's pause right here. We have to remember that although these are entertainers and celebrities, they are real people. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I'm close enough to someone to loan them $25,000, I've been around them since I was a teenager, and we've been through the good and ugly phases of life together, I wouldn't be too fond of someone they had beef with either. I'm just saying. Now, if the person that my good friend has beef with happens to work at the same business I do, obviously you can't come into the workplace on that rah-rah energy, especially if this is a career where you want to advance, succeed, have longevity, and create relationships. So even if I know my homie don't rock with you like that, if I know the optics are good for me to keep it cordial in the workplace, even if we don't work closely together, I'm going to do that because I don't want to jeopardize my spot at work or potentially lose out on money or opportunities with one of the fellow CEOs at my job because my friend who works downstairs at the front desk doesn't like you because they used to have your job and got demoted. Now, I may not necessarily be your best friend, and I might throw in little slick work jabs here and there, but I'm never going to risk getting demoted to the front desk with my friend. Now, I say this to say, clearly Missy is not going to be singing Nicki's praises and running trying to be her friend and collaborate with her. Even if she's never directly spoken negatively on her, Missy is not going to cross one of her longtime friends, and she's also going to protect her as well a little bit, because that's how we are naturally for the people we care about. Now, when it comes to Kim, she's fallen out with people in the past for simply working with Nicki Minaj. Even if it helped her friend's career, she was angry that it was with Nicki. And you don't have to take my word for it. Check out some more pieces of evidence we have in the case of Nicki Minaj versus Missy Elliott.
The whole situation is that I love Kim. I love Little Kim. No matter what's going on, no matter what's being said, Kim is definitely has a responsibility for my success. You know what I'm saying? Me working with Nicki Minaj has nothing to do with going against Kim. When Kim works with other producers, when she raps with other artists, I'm not getting upset. It's not a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And hold on, let me get finished. I think that I think that a lot of us that have been here for a long time, including yourself, Flex.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We have inspired a lot of people.
Yes.
We have motivated a lot of people. We have touched a lot of people in a certain way. We've been those cats that people have aspired to be. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be around Nicki if I ever heard nothing ever negative said about Kim. You know what I'm saying? I never heard nothing like that. But then when it comes to just being an MC, that's when I got to stand back. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they want to do things and be MCs, that's their business. I'm not with any negativity. I'm not with no beef. You know what I'm saying? And I love both of them. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, you know, right now, Nicki Minaj, you know, that's who my artist is. That's who I consult. That's who I do business with. I no longer do business with Kim on that level, but Kim will always have a special place in my heart. And it's like that. Kim is the queen. I mean, read in between the lines what you want it to be. It is what it is. Kim is the queen, and I love Kim. And Nicki's the queen in her own right. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly the way I feel about it. So don't twist my words. Don't make it no way it is or it ain't. That's what it is. And I think they should be doing records together, as a matter of fact, instead of, you know, doing anything that isn't showing unification. But yo, man, I can't preach to the choir. Everybody grown.
Version of Biggie and Lil Kim. Is that accurate?
I love what Diddy's saying. He's absolutely right. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's irritating to see her keep busting shots at me and not paying homage, and then you're gonna bust shots at me. That's really irritating. Yeah, but I love what he said when he said, yeah, I think Kim is more irritated with the fact that, you know, how the situation is going down, especially what Puffy is doing. Yeah, he's darn right about that. Puffy looks crazy right now. You know what I mean? That's why I said in my Baltimore show, Puffy, you should be ashamed of yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to rock with anybody that hard, you should be rocking with me that hard.
This is 50.com.
If you're going to rock with anybody that hard. You know what I mean? And you can never make another Big and Kim. That's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. Like, what? You kidding me? It's never going to happen. Like, I don't get it. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, Puffy is Puffy. I mean, you know, it's all about what he can do, what he can give from people.
Now, in this clip, you can see Little Kim talking, and you can Diddy, who also view Kim as not just a friend, but family, and had falling outs with Kim after working with and praising Nicki Minaj, even though it was just for business. Now, if you were Missy and you've seen that someone you hold that near and dear to you is going through financial issues, you've seen her lose the love of her life, and you have a soft spot for them, they're having career issues, mental health struggles, you're going to want to protect them. And you kind of be a little biased, if anything, when it comes to that person. If Missy has seen Kim fall out with others over Nicki, I'm sure she wouldn't want to make the same mistakes and cause friction with her friend. And if Kim was close enough with Missy to give her $25,000, I'm sure it's safe to say she's confided in her with some of her issues before. We know that Missy has had conversations with other female rappers about Nicki, who she's not even as close with as she is to Kim. Take a look for yourself.
How having a problem with Nicki Minaj because of their problem.
Well,
did you anticipate that? Or is that just like...
I didn't really care, you know what I mean? Like I said, I didn't even know it was all of us, you know what I mean? So I didn't really even think about that, you know? I don't really, you know, people can think and say whatever they want to say. This wasn't really a moment for all of that. This was a moment for us.
And for hip-hop.
You know, and for hip-hop, yes. And there's room for all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was in Switzerland when the record came out. I was like, Missy sent me that. Like, yo, you heard this? I'm like, what?
I was up late, like, looking at this stuff, like, come on, y'all. Me and Missy even hit each other, like, we got to figure something out to try to stop this.
Based on those clips we just seen, I'd say it's safe to assume that they've had some conversations about the Queen's MC in the past, and that's just my opinion. Based on the evidence displayed, I'm taking an educated guess. Now, let's take a look at all the times Missy has shouted out some other female rappers in the past. She's had no issues showing love to many other girls, old and new. However, the energy when she speaks on Nicki always feels a little laid back, not too enthusiastic, and very general, which is different from a lot of love she's shown to other female rappers. Congratulations on all your success. May more blessings continue. Praise hands. Missy Elliott said to Cardi B as she snagged another #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with Maroon 5. Throwback Dreezy she says, with the fire hand emojis, as Dreezy poses for Missy Elliott for Halloween in a throwback picture enthusiastically. Doja Cat has surpassed Missy Elliott and is now the second female rapper with the most solo top 10 songs in Hot 100's history. Only behind Nicki Minaj. I'd like to add that in there because that was not in this article. Nicki has the most top 10s for any female rapper of all time. Doja is now in second place behind Missy. Missy held first place until Nicki came and knocked her out of that spot. Missy reads, "Congratulations to Doja Cat on this accomplishment." Doja says, "I love you so much. Thank you." Missy also wished Sweetie a happy birthday, saying happy B-Day to my Cancerian sis. Missy also congratulated Rhapsody and said, "Big up, congratulations to you and Rhapsody. Snapping. Thank you YouTube Music for the love." This was also a shout out to Cardi B. Missy Elliott also worked with the City Girls on their hit video Twerkulator, and she directed that video for them. So Missy is no stranger to showing love to female rappers. And when she's showing love to these female rappers, she's usually very enthusiastic, she has a lot of energy, and she's very excited about it. Now, let's take a look at the difference of how Missy shows love to Nicki Minaj.
How do you feel about Miss Nicki Minaj?
She's out there doing her thing. You know, she hustling.
You got to think about it.
You can't be mad at somebody.
You got to look at it like, first of all, when I look at it, I should be like, you know, at the end of the day, she's still a black woman. So just a black woman doing something in this society, just making a stand for black American women is big, you know, whether you like her or not. You know what I'm saying? I think that she had, like, you know, she has the power to be like, right. You know, because, you know, Missy's not, she's coming out, but people look, you know, she probably looked up to Missy, you know what I'm saying? But she's like, if she wasn't around, we probably, like, well, you know, she's keeping the female.
No female himself.
Exactly.
Yeah,
she's keeping it alive.
Yeah.
She's making it interesting for other people to come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. She's like the female president for now.
Well, I think the biggest thing, you know, that I do want to say is, you know, in a perfect world, I would like to see everybody, you know, come together.
Get along.
Yeah. That don't always be the case, but it's simple. It's simple as 1, 2, 3. It's a respect. You don't have to like somebody, but just you can respect what they doing and what they've done. And that's it. You know, it's so simple. Everybody try to make it seem like it's this big thing. It's just simple. Let's just respect each other. When I say respect too, it's a respect of, in doing this for 2 decades, that's hard. That's extremely hard. That's not something, you know, it's not about how quick you build a house, it's how long that house can stand. And so we have to be careful what we teach, you know, the generation about, because it was a time when I came up when if you've been in the game for 10 years strong, you was a legend. Not, you know, you're irrelevant. And I never looked at James Brown like you're irrelevant when Michael Jackson came along. I never looked at Tina Turner like you don't mean nothing because Beyonce is here. Like, these people have built a foundation, and not just people of my era, but people of the era before me. The Lights, the Latifahs, the Salt and Peppers, the Roxanne Shantays. So it's just, we just have to respect each other, and you know, then be helpful to the ones that's coming so we can teach them, because what will happen is they will get to a place where they're 10 years, if God willing, they'll get to a place where they're 10, 15 years in the game, and you don't want the next person behind you to come and discredit any of your accolades. Right. And I'm sorry if I'm getting emotional, but it's because, you know, we work very hard, and I see so many people work hard, and I just...
Even in this clip back in 2013, when Missy speaks on her feelings about Nicki, it was very clear that her ongoing beef with the rap legend Lil' Kim had left Missy with a sour taste in her mouth about how Nicki viewed herself in comparison to other female rappers. And in Nicki's defense, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Kanye, Tupac, and many other men in the hip-hop community have never had to bow down to each other. In fact, the men, even when they have close relationships, have made it very clear that they are aiming to be better than their peers and viewed as the best. We've seen this with Kendrick's Control verse when he said he had love for all the big rappers in the game, but that he's trying to bury them when it's time to showcase who's the better MC. Now, let's take a look at another piece of evidence we have here in Discovery from veteran battle rapper Lady Luck.
Y'all are hanging Kim at the stake or whatever. Y'all are doing it, and it's not fair. It's hip hop, and niggas is like, first of all, Kim has a valid argument. Like, I watched her little documentary, and no means no. Am I hating on somebody? I just have a really fucking good opinion, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? When you watch that documentary, first of all, hats off to Kim, because I never knew she was such a fashion icon. Like, I knew it, but while we seeing Kim and all these pictures and shit like that, like, we really didn't absorb how far Kim went with fashion. No, fuck the music. Fashion-wise, Kim naked with the Gucci signs or Louis Vuitton signs on her. All of the different hair colors that Kim did, all of the outfits, all of the innovative shit. I personally hit Kim up on Twitter and was like, I didn't even know. Like, fuck the music. I saw it all. I was there for it all, but I never knew until somebody else came and stole your style how much of a fashion icon you are. But it's almost eerie how similar the two are, because some of us, we might see 3 or 4 pictures, like Kim had the green wig, Nicki wore it, this, that. You gotta watch her documentary. It's almost to the point where it's like single white female. Now, of course, since this has happened, Nicki's gonna remix it and take her own style, and because that's normally what people do. Like when Shine sounds like Biggie, people gonna come, you know what I'm saying, and switch it up, and she put her own spin on it. She's gonna be Nicki Minaj at the end of the day. But at the beginning of the day, niggas was doing hijacking. Well, she been sick that Nicki was hot since she was in jail. I'm not gonna lie, I was salty too back in the day until I found Jesus and God said, be happy for yourself. But we all was. Shut up, female rappers. All of us together, we was all mad at Nicki, and especially because Nicki wasn't fucking with nobody either. Oh, we was all banded together. We was all mad at you, Nicki. You know what I'm saying? So Remy been throwing shots at Nicki since she was in jail.
Now, we could see even from this clip, Lady Luck, who shaded Nicki, came out years later to only say her and many other veteran female rappers at the time were angry because Nicki had the spotlight and rightfully focused on her own career. Nicki had seen how female rap fell to the side. Even a name like Missy Elliott didn't hold too much weight in today's industry. But she's seen men like Jay, Wayne, Dr. Dre, and others not only become moguls, but decades into their career are still household names in today's current industry and able to chart high and sell music. A lot of female rappers fell fiction to bad contracts, petty beefs, relationship scandals, ghostwriters, situations with executives, and bad branding. Nicki felt like she wanted to focus on feeding her family, learning how to build the most sustainable career possible, and not getting caught up in drama. She was never going to do that, aligning herself with a group of women who allowed themselves to fall short in this industry despite their accomplishments. This clearly left a bitter taste with the older female rappers. They're all looking at Nicki coming to game very cocky, but also garnering more success than them. So when the beef with Kim happened and Nicki decided to go full force back at her, it truly ruffled the feathers of the older female rappers, and there was a lot of jealousy. Girls who never got along before were banding together just to shade Nicki Minaj behind the scenes, and clearly in front of our eyes. Missy is no exception to this. Especially because Missy was looked at as the blueprint for success and the goalpost you wanted to reach and be as a female rapper. Nicki took that from her as well. And when we look at things just as a human being, to have someone come in, you feel they're a little too big for their britches, they're disrespecting a close personal friend of yours, and although she is an animated rapper, Nicki has never once named Nicki as an inspiration. She actually credits Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Eminem, Lauryn Hill, and Foxy Brown. So for this girl to come in and also not acknowledge Missy as much as she'd like, maybe it rubbed Missy the wrong way. Even though Nicki has given Missy credit so many times for the doors she's opened. Fast forward to 2022. It was announced in August that Nicki Minaj would receive the highest honor at the MTV Video Music Awards and receive the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. being only the second female rapper after Missy to achieve this. Now, Nicki has broken almost every single record previously held by Missy Elliott in the music industry, and Missy has never congratulated Nicki on breaking any of these records before. But the tweet that shared this information mentioned both Elliott and Minaj. Also seeing as how Nicki could never be the first to receive the award or take the award away from her, I think, in my opinion, Missy felt safe in congratulating Nicki because she'll always be the second person, the second female rapper to receive this award. Now, Nicki clearly knows everything we've presented in this video because this was her response to Missy in a tweet that is still posted to this day. Mumbling and cackling. Nah, OMG, thank you, Missy. You kicked down this door. Nothing but love and respect for your iconic artistry. Hashtag VMAs, hashtag Nicki VMAs, hashtag Video Vanguard. Now, you remember we played you some clips earlier of other female rappers speaking on conversations or texts that they have received from Missy regarding Nicki Minaj. The mumbling and cackling comment is a reference to an episode of Queen Radio that Nicki Minaj did, where she seemingly addressed Missy and anybody else that might be mumbling and cackling in group chats about the Queen of Rap. Take a listen for yourself.
Oh my God. Imagine someone sitting home mumbling and cackling instead of paying their motherfucking bills.
Okay?
Y'all mumbling and cackling? Y'all sending group text messages about the motherfucking queen while the queen is in the motherfucking stew? While the queen is building her fucking empire bigger and better than before? I need you peasants. I need you fucking peasants.
It's on a roll.
You fucking peasants. Pick my fucking fruit out, ho.
Which one?
The fuck you laughing at? Broke people should never laugh. Now hold on.
We get to October 2022, and something very interesting happened. Missy congratulates Doja for surpassing her and becoming the female rapper with the most top 10 records on the Billboard Hot 100, being only second to Nicki Minaj. And now we're here in January 2022, where, as I stated earlier, Nicki Minaj has charted for 14 years consecutively on the Billboard Hot 100, surpassing Missy's previous record of 13 years. That means Nicki Minaj has had a hit record or multiple hit records every year for the past 14 years. I guess Nicki didn't need Missy's advice, and she built her house up with a foundation that will last her a lifetime. After fans eagerly awaited Missy to congratulate Nicki like she had done recently with Doja Cat and to spread the woman empowerment she always speaks about in hip-hop, we didn't see this. However, we did see Missy remove her tag from the tweet, stating Nicki had broke her record, and then went online to like a tweet seemingly shading Nicki Minaj for not having any Grammys, even though Nicki Minaj has not even been on the internet for 60 days. And the tweet that Missy liked reads this.
Did you know that there was once a Grammys category for Best Female Rap Solo Performance? The category only ran for 2 years, 2003 to 2004, and Missy Elliott won both years for her song Scream, aka Itchin' and Work It.
Now, for the most part, Nicki has paid her complete dust and always paid respects to Missy for her contributions to the female rap industry. However, Nicki, as of recent, has been holding her tongue a lot less, and it seems if there's any more mumbling and cackling being done about her in these streets, she's going to make sure she addresses it directly as she's been doing. We even seen this with the City Girls. Nicki was not messing with them after a couple of shady things that JT in Miami had to say about her surfaced. But after a phone call and some straightening, Nicki and the girls are good today. But JT did tell us that she had to bring Nicki down to get the conversation level. So, I presented you guys with the facts of the case. So you go ahead, like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Keys on the Case, and let us know your verdict in the comment section down below. Is Missy Elliott guilty of hating on Nicki Minaj, or is everything just one big coincidence? Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll be back presenting you guys with more cases soon. Thank you.